what you can see coming out, everything else, completely jacked up for this call. And really our first company-wide call. We've done different segments for different users all along the way, and we've just been bringing together this really beautiful project and watching people celebrate and make all kinds of money and do very well as customers, as pro, as elite, has unleashed monopoly, everything else, and it's been just a fantastic ride. And we're going to share where we've come from, exactly where we're going, what people have seen along the way, what we have coming out for you, just the luxury of everything Ds Domination tonight. And I got both co-owners on the phone here with me as well. I'm going to be bringing them out shortly. And I want to kick this off kind of talking about the 10,000 square foot view. The vision, if you'll permit me to, the why we're here, what where our goals are, and right from humans all the way to Ds Domination. And, you know, we took a stand, all of us. We're entrepreneurs, or we want something a little bit more, or we're scared. You know, a lot of us were scared at some point. You know, it's not that long ago that I wasn't lying in a bed in an apartment concerned about transferring credit card payment to credit card payment and making the bills meet and enough gas in the car and delayed on the car insurance and working 86 hours at a dang pizza restaurant with my father-in-law and everything else. And I can still feel those pains. They actually, once you get to a successful level, they still haunt you for quite some time. Once you're financially secure, those things still pull on you a little bit. And I can still remember those things. And a lot of you guys have decided, you know what, we're not going to believe in Social Security. We don't think we can get there with our regular jobs, and we want something a little more different, something a little more different in our lives, and we don't want to give up, and we want to keep dreaming. And many of you through that dream process has been led to kind of the slaughterhouse, right? There's so many different programs out there, from spin the wheel, earn 10% daily, all the way up to complicated dinosaurs where you're trying to share products and you're at a hotel meeting after you come home from work at 5, 6 p.m. and you're scrambling out a suit or a nice dress and head down to the hotel meeting, and you don't have a prospect that night. Your upline's yelling at you and everything else, and it's just silly. And I partook in a lot of that. You know, I started out, my neighbor at that pizza restaurant I was telling you guys about was, he had a Chinese food restaurant, and he got me into a company called Market America for about 45 seconds, and like everybody on the planet, the first network marketing company, it completely failed for me, and I didn't get it. I didn't understand any of it. And you know, as I kind of went through the trials and tribulations of life, I discovered this eBay. You know, I started, you know, obviously I didn't discover eBay, but I kind of formulated this drop shipping project, and it made money for me. And matter of fact, I didn't know how to bring it to market. I had no clue. I didn't even think about it. It was just a natural evolution. I had something. I got bored after a few years. I put up a listing on eBay to train some people, and this lady from Little Rock, Arkansas wanted it. Pat, you know, 60-something years old, no cell phone, dial-up. She wanted it for $359, and I was going to train her over the phone. And I got through that, and I kind of made a friend in her, and I kind of became elated by helping other people and sharing this thing, this eBay drop shipping, and I was only working with Amazon at the time. And as I started to do that, I started recognizing more people that would be interested in that, and they started paying me up to $2,500. I had a lady in Australia that I trained on chat for $2,500. It was crazy. And I started doing that, and I ran into one of the co-owners, Kevin Hokawana, and we started working together on different projects, and we went down the traditional network marketing path. And it was great. It was good money, but it was a horror show. There was a river of blood behind us of people that weren't making money, and we were looking, and we were just saying, you know, maybe you should try and have a party, or let's get a list together. Because in those companies, everything seemed to be aimed at getting a list together and getting to a party. A memory jogger, right? Remember that? A memory jogger. Let's get a memory jogger because you lost your memory. Where'd you buy your car from? What's your real estate agent's name? Where'd you eat an ice cream sundae? A memory jogger. You get a list of names, and then your upline would do a three-way call those lists of names, try and get those people into your company, and you'd have a physical product. And I believed in them. I still believe in the core values, and I do believe in network marketing overall. And then somewhere along the way, we ran into a gentleman named Hitesh out of Texas. And he first started working with Kevin on a different project, and Kevin will share that with you. And I got to know him, and we brought Hitesh in, and he was very against network marketing in the traditional sense, a physical product. He was against it, and his core thing that he said, and it was nauseating to me after he said it 1,000 times to me, was the average person cannot win. And I would say, you know what, if you get a couple people, you train them to get a couple and they get a few, well, they can get a couple and maybe a few and they'll get their money back. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. No, you don't understand. I kept explaining to him over and over again, and I think he grew a little frustrated with me, and he'd say, but the average person, the average person, the average person. Like, come on, man. You're not the average person. Let's go. And he kind of drilled that home. And then one night, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning on Skype, we're all talking. And we had this vision a couple times, and we touched on it, and we formulated Ds Domination. And we realized that it's not even the average person, the below average person can win with Ds Domination. We're going to share some real stories with you on this call, and we're going to bring it up right to what's coming out soon, what's coming out long term, where you're at, why this is completely different, and the numbers are going to bear that out. Don't listen to me, don't listen to the stories if you don't want to, but the numbers are the numbers. And I'll end with this before I throw it over to the next speaker. You know, I was on the phone with Jim Chow, and we were talking back and forth about what we should call ourselves, a super affiliate, a great affiliate, a big affiliate, or what we should brand ourselves. I said, you know what, because we have these multi-levels that you can get paid levels 1 through 10, we're actually termed a network marketing company. But, you know, how could you term us a network marketing company when a network marketing company has a retention rate of 20-something% if they're lucky, and we're hanging out in near 90%? And in other network marketing companies, they get garage fulls of product, and we're sitting here with an 83% customer gets their money back and earns more in the first 30 days. I don't know what you call it. I don't like using terms like industry changer, game changer, paradigm shift, or anything like that. It's just weird, okay? It's just different. It's just entirely different. The numbers bear that out. And for some of those numbers, and to share their vision on why Ds Domination is just a totally new statement on society and industry and business and everything else, I'm going to bring out a gentleman that I'm so proud to work with, a family man. I've got to know his family. He's got to know my family. We spend long hours making fun of each other, picking on each other. But we also spend a long time with your concerns on our desk, making sure that you guys are successful. And he's the man, the brains behind all of this, all the details, all the great rollouts that you guys see. I'm going to bring him out now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hitesh.
Well, I'm not quite sure how to begin with after that wonderful speech by Roger. I did not realize I was that nauseating and frustrating to you, actually. Thanks for letting me know of that. But, you know, the thing that is exciting about all of this is just like what Roger said. It's that what we are seeing is not some big guy using our materials and sponsoring 5,000 people and making a bunch of money. You know, anybody can make money if you know how to sell stuff, right? The main aim, the thing that excites us about what Ds Domination is today, is precisely that the people who are doing really well with it right now are not big-time sellers. You're not going to find their names in Success Magazine because they built a downline of 100,000 people or things like that. And there are those people in here as well. But that's not the aim that we were after right from the beginning. And it's kind of like what, when Roger was talking about this, he was kind of explaining that this is the old school, this is the paradigm shift that I was trying to bring in here. And there's a very important point I wanted to bring out here, which is that everybody looks out for themselves, right? So you've all seen these structures, and they'll modify this. They'll say, oh, this guy will pass up to you, and this guy will pass down to them, or whatever. You know, there's all the different plans that people come up with. And they're all destined to fail, okay? And I don't mean that in a very negative way, oh, they're going to fail just because they're bad people or something like that. No, there's a mathematical failure here, okay? Like I always like to say, politics, poetry, and promises, those are the lies. Those are the things you want to watch out for. Whenever somebody comes out and they start talking about things, you'll find every single person will promise you things, and they'll promise you this is what's going to happen, and you just give me a list of your people, and I'm going to call, and this is going to happen. They're going to show you this huge image of what's going to happen down the road. And I believe in the very opposite thing, which is I'm going to show you the logic behind things. I'm going to show you mathematically what's going to happen, and let's look at the effect on people whom we introduce to. Okay, it's a very different way to look at it. What usually you would find is that companies would show you, look, this is you, and you sponsored this. You just got 3, and they got 2, and look, you're making $1,000 a month, right? That's what they show you. Here's my problem with this. This has always been my problem with this. That's what Roger found so nauseating, and hopefully I can nauseate you people about this as well. I'm not so concerned about, look, you made $1,000. I'm not so concerned about this $1,000. Okay, I can make $1,000. I can put up a couple sites and make that. My problem is, what about this person here, and this person here, and this person here, and this person here, and all of these people here? What's going on? Am I to make some money for me to make this $1,000? Are all of these people in loss? Because if that's what's going on, to me, this is unethical. To me, I don't want to do that. To me, I don't want to bring people into something where I know they will lose so that I can win. To me, that's the problem. It's not just about, look at how much money I can make with that. Okay? So from the very beginning, our whole problem was these people here. These are the people who we want to take care of. And there's a side effect related to this. The side effect is when these people are not making money, guess what happens? First of all, it fractures your relationship with them, right? And you all know network marketing and all marketing is all about relationships. When it fractures your relationship with them, you have lost these people for life, not just as future downline members or not just as customers, but you lost them as friends. You've lost them as people that you could be in touch with, people that you could share your life with. Then on top of that, what has happened is because these people are going to drop out of this, you're also going to lose the income that you were making. And it just doesn't work out in the long run. It never will. It's just a mathematical reality that this cannot happen. So you'll find all these calls that go on. Every other company comes out with their calls, and they all call themselves revolutionary. We're revolutionizing the industry, and this is what's happening, that's what's happening. And kind of like I wrote in the email that I sent out, I was like, I don't know what's so revolutionary. Did they come up with a new way to fail? Did they come up with a new way to make others lose so you can win? It just seems like that's what everybody does. So the novelty behind DS Domination, the beauty behind DS Domination is precisely that it's this guy now who's making a bunch of money and this guy who's making a bunch of money. And these people are now making money in proportion to the effort they're putting into it. Okay, not in proportion to how many people they know or not in proportion to how many people they can dupe into something. And I hate to say it like that, but honestly, I feel like a lot of them are duped into network marketing companies at times. These people are going to make money in direct proportion to how much effort they are willing to put in. If they can watch Roger's videos and they can use our software and they can follow the steps, they are going to make money. Okay. Now, to make sure that this was as painless as possible, we did a few different things. First of all, we made sure that we had the exact step-by-step training that works for everyone, right? So we went ahead and we got the training in place. Then we went ahead and we got our software in place, which actually has grown since we started out when it was $19.95 a month for pro membership. We now don't just have the same training that we had a month and a half ago. We now have an image resizer to deal with any of the eBay image issues. We have the Amazon product research system. We have the Elite scraper in there as well. We also have the title builder, so you don't even have to do any research anymore. We have the daily sales tracker, and we have never raised any price on this stuff. We didn't come out and say, oh, hey, we just got a great new idea. Let's launch another product, and let's get these people to spend more money with us. We said, you know, we find that people are having a difficult time doing this, so let's introduce another thing to make it easier for them to succeed. Okay, that's how we went about it, and here is the result of that. Okay. Note, up until this point, neither Roger nor I have talked about, look, we just came up with a new system for you to recruit people. Neither one of us have said, here's how you recruit 1,000 new people in here, or neither, and we have not brought out somebody like Jim Chow or somebody like Aaron Andrews or some big guy in here and saying, look, this guy has recruited 500 people so far. That's not what we're doing, okay? We're just showing you how our entire mind has been focused upon how does the average person succeed, not just in words, not just by saying we're going to empower the average guy to make money. We're talking about here is the mathematical reality of what's going on, okay? So here's the mathematical fact of what's happened with DS Domination now. when we did our first month numbers, we found that 83% of our users were in profit, okay, not made money, not made a penny here and there, were in profit in their first 30 days, okay. We ran some other numbers. We found that our retention rate is 90% plus, which means that people who purchased way back in the first month, 90% of them are still with us. They're still following the process, and we find a lot of them posting on Facebook talking about how awesome their results are. Okay. Again, none of this is based around let's get some people under you and let's get you to become an affiliate. This has all so far been around let's make sure that you guys succeed. Let's just call it the great experiment that we ran. Okay, we ran a great experiment. We wanted to see if there was something like this was possible. It has never been done ever before. You guys are very familiar with the network marketing industry, more so than I am actually, and you've seen this has never happened before. And here is kind of the result of what's going on. This is actually our Alexa numbers, our tracking numbers. As you can see, we are currently amongst the top 1,000 sites in the US. Our chart just keeps climbing up and up. And this is all without mass promotions. Let's go out and get recruits in and so on and so forth. In fact, this is one of the few companies where we tell people, hold on, don't recruit until you have seen what's going on with this. And I think we have now had ample time to see exactly how things are working out, exactly how well the average person is succeeding with this. And this growth is primarily viral growth. It's from people sharing their results with each other, not from people recruiting others so they can make a profit on their losses. Okay? Totally different methodology, totally different psychology, totally different ideas and philosophy about how we should approach business and how we should approach other people. This is one of the few places where you're going to actually be proud to go to your friends and family and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, because you're not going to feel like you're trying to bring them into something so they can spend $5,000 so you can make some commission on them. So having said that, now that we've concluded a lot of this experimentation, we have realized that what we have on our hands is something truly powerful, is something truly viral. We are really going to be focusing on taking to the next step. Okay, we're going to go to the next level now, not just in terms of everything we're going to give you guys. We're actually going to be ramping up some mass promotions, postcards, TV ads, live events, all that kind of stuff is going to be coming out now very soon. We're actually going to talk a tiny bit about our first live event as well, where you guys will be able to see Roger with his donuts, and you'll be able to see Kevin with his Japanese stuff. You might be able to see me if you can spot me somewhere in there. But the point is that you guys will be able to, we're doing a lot more now. We've really come to realize that what we have is so much more beyond what any other marketing company or MLM or whatever you want to call it, no matter whatever somebody else comes out with. What we have here is something that's truly working for the average person. It's time that we actually go out and we share this with others in the same logical format, in the same very giving format that we have just discussed this in. Not about let's bring them into the company so we can make some money, but let's share with this with them so they can make some money. And like you guys know, we are also the only company who have ever come out and said, we want you guys who don't have the money, who really need this the most, we want to help you guys out. We're going to make it available to you for virtually free using the cash out offers. We're going to pass on the commissions we earn to you guys so you can get in at basically no cost. Okay? So have you ever felt horrible when you go to a family or a friend or somebody that you know who's struggling financially and you say to them, hey, I know how you cannot struggle financially. Buy my $5,000 makeup kit and become a distributor, and now you'll be fine. No, they're not going to be fine. Quite honestly, if they're having financial troubles, they probably don't need to spend another $1,000 on anything, right? So we kind of came up with this. We said, you know what, let's make a way for people to make sure that they are not spending money if they don't have money. I mean, even if 20 bucks, if they don't have 20 bucks, let's find a way to give them that 20 bucks first, or at least get that back to them within the first 20, 30 minutes. So I think we've done enough to prove that we are different. I think we have numbers to prove that we are different. And now we're going to go ahead, we're going to release some massive software. We're going to release some awesome updates. And I'm going to talk about some of those updates here in a moment after Kevin comes on here and talks a little bit about all of the awesome stuff that he has seen. He, as many of you know, is somewhere between Roger and I. He kind of has Roger's networking experience combined with some of my marketing experience, and he's kind of an interesting person in that regard. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to Kevin. He's going to talk a little bit about the affiliate side, some of the things happening there. He's going to talk a little bit about, give you some tips maybe. We never know what kind of pearls of wisdom are going to spew out of his mouth when he's on these calls. Not spew, but gently drop out of his mouth when he's on these calls. And then when he's done, we'll go ahead and talk about some of these updates that we're bringing out. So here you go, Kevin.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You can pass that screen over to me. Guys, I'm insanely excited today. This is an amazing thing that we have here. And I'm going to show my screen. Okay, so what we really have here with DS, can you guys all see my screen here? You should see the DS logo, the DS website. Cool, cool, cool. So this is an amazing thing that we have here with DS, and I want to kind of point out before we go on any further, guys, that we've been down the road of network marketing, growing a home-based business, and it's always been kind of a sad situation because the problem with what's happening out there in our industry, if you go to Alexa, you can see if you look at marketing and advertising companies.
I think you have one of your 5 screens on there instead of the one that you want to show us, because we see your audio volume and all that stuff. We basically see your sound panel. There you go.
All right. Sorry, guys. I got 5 monitors. Yeah. So I want to show you something before we go forward. Looking at this, if you see on Alexa, you see marketing and advertising, okay? And you can see that there's 5,000 plus companies. Now, this is the ones that just kind of pop up on Alexa's radar as far as network marketing and advertising companies. There's one problem with every single one of those companies minus one. There's one problem. And that problem is that the average person is not making any money. And this was a huge problem for us when we were moving forward, when we were growing network marketing companies, and one that Hitesh kind of acted as our conscience and said, hey, I don't agree with what's going on here. I don't even find it ethical. Okay, and that's promoting a network marketing company where you kind of know, any leader kind of knows, hey, most people aren't going to make that much money with that company. Okay, there's 5,182 of those companies out there that people are going to definitely fail with, unless you have some big list or you are very technically savvy, which most people aren't. You are going to fail. And even those big guys fail. That's why you see if you've ever been involved in a network marketing company, if you've ever tried to make money online, you see the big guys joining a company, building it huge, and then about 6 months to a year later going on to the next company. They go on to the next company, and every time they do that, they say, this is the last one, we're all going to be rich. Well, by design, you cannot be rich in those companies. Not everyone can succeed in those companies because it relies on you doing something. It relies on you selling a product or a service. You make money for selling, and most of us are not salesmen. But what Roger did when he came up with his eBay training and what he cracked the code on about a decade ago when he all but invented drop shipping was he found a way to sit on his living room couch and go copy things from Amazon over to eBay and get money in his PayPal account. And he systematically started teaching people how to do that and did it on a very small scale. And then you fast forward and you come to today, you come to a year ago, and we started testing this out in a small test platform to see how it would do, how the average person would do, and the results blew us away. And then one day Hitesh was like, why aren't we doing this as a network marketing company? Why aren't we bringing this to the masses? And so we were able to do that with DS Domination. But I really want to hone back in on this. 5,183 companies in the network marketing space that Alexa knows of. There's more of them. There's a lot of smaller ones out there also. But you cannot make money with those companies. It's very, very, very difficult. You can, and we have, but it is very difficult even for the top guys in the company. And so I want you to think about something. For those of you who are an affiliate here, or those of you who are starting here, why even go out there and try to sponsor somebody or introduce somebody to a network marketing company that you know they have such a high failure rate, and you know, hey, this person's probably not going to succeed. So what DS Domination really represents to me, guys, this company and what we're doing here and what you're doing here, a lot of you that are on this call are in here and you're doing amazing things, and we are so proud of you. But it really, to me, it's the company that you honestly did not know that you needed until you got it. But now you just can't live without it. That's what DS Domination is to me. I can't imagine a network marketing arena without this company involved, without DS Domination leading this industry. So I'm really excited to be here. I want to turn this back over to Roger because he's going to go through and really detail everything about the program, and he's going to detail the products and go into some more powerful ideas and things we have going on. But I just want to say that this really is something totally different than what you've seen out there. And that difference is not in our platform, it's not in our lead generation, it's not in our training, it's in the fact, to be honest, at the end of the day, it's in the fact that people are actually making money here without having to sell, without having to do any of that stuff that has been so difficult for everyone to do in the past. So, Roger, my friend, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Actually, if you want to grab the screen, that would be awesome.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that. As I'm listening in, I'm hearing great things. I don't know what you guys are taking away from this call, but I'm hearing Kevin talking about a product you didn't even know you needed, right? And a lot of you guys, I mean, as I watch Facebook, the great thing about my position in the company is I get to go out there and see a lot of the celebrating. Okay, well, these guys are back there doing things, and I'll pop into Skype, and when they've had a long night, and I'll grab a screenshot, and I'll pop that in there, and then we just start talking about people winning, and we're extremely inspired by that. And the thing I took away from what Hitesh was saying was talking about how we didn't come out here and say, sign up, join, network market, start recruiting. Any company you have ever been in, when your sponsor calls you, they want a list, and they want to talk to mama, and they want to start recruiting, and they want you recruiting, and that's what they want. Well, look at the rollout. Look at the mechanics of Ds Domination. You guys came in, and you saw this race car type video that switched to me dancing with my daughter, okay? And after that, and you became a pro member, you decided you wanted to make some money with eBay and Amazon as a pro member. Did you ever get a video? Did you see a video in the back office on how you can go out and recruit? I bet half the people on this call don't even know how to be an affiliate, okay? We don't even go out there, and there's not a big arrow pointing to the top left saying, inactive. Here's how you become an affiliate. Get a list together, recruit a bunch of people, let's go. It's not even out there, okay? In the back office, there's not, when you click on an elite or a monopoly, I mean, it would take a test about 45 seconds to put this back there. There's a thing saying, hey, you don't have this yet, if you want to get it, cool. There's not something back there that goes, boom, you got to have this rock and roll. We saw you just click the button. Come on over, spend your money, let's go. We just don't do that, okay? Because we believe, absolutely, it's been proven out, that systematically, if you start making $20 a month, which takes about 20 seconds, not really, I don't want to exaggerate, but if you start making $20 a month, you're going to be interested in the next level. And guess what? If you start making more than $99 a month, you just don't want to leave. You don't want to leave, and the software and everything else keeps you guys interested in this stuff. And we're not even close. We're not even remotely close to having everything out. And in fact, the system in place isn't even close to being remotely perfect. Okay? So what are we talking about here? We're talking about the ability for every single person on the planet, with the exception of Nigeria, because PayPal is not in Nigeria, and we have people all around the world right now, to come on and copy and paste some products over from Amazon, over to eBay, other sites that you have the rest of the training. Now, take that out, and you know, when I was in college, all right, you would sit around the old dorm room till 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, taking the OJ verdict to a whole new level, okay? It wasn't just not guilty. You had these long, in-depth discussions about the moon and the stars and the planets and the world and your beliefs and everything else. And as you get older, you know, you start discussing what's for dinner, and you go into a movie and stuff like that. But if you took a moment to really understand what's in your hands right now, you have this eBay platform. It's just as good as owning a physical Walmart. You can get just as many customers as if you own a physical Walmart. You don't have to have a greeter. There's no electric power. There's nothing like that. You might as well just have a physical Walmart as much as you have your eBay site, okay? Because you can get that many visitors. Except you don't prepay. hey, Tesh coined the phrase over here, you know, you sell high, then you buy low. Okay, it's a whole different thing. And if you understand how powerful that is, nobody picked up on it. I mean, when the online stores open, everybody's just like, cool, I can get something sent to my doorstep. Awesome. Well, I saw cash revenue flow that now we could all tap into that we could never tap into. 10, 20 years ago, you had to go out and spend $100,000 to get a brick-and-mortar store in a corner, and you had about a 60, 70% chance that that would fail. Okay? So here's a chance for you guys to plug in for like $20, all right, and make a bunch of money, and then just upgrade and upgrade. And I want to talk about this really quick, because sometimes, you know, as you're aware, if you've ever filled out a help desk ticket, I'm in there quite a bit, and I'm in there to see the flow and the genre and what people's experiences are through the entire system, okay? And as I see in there, I don't see people often looking long-term, okay? I see folks like, well, what about today and what about tomorrow? But I'm telling you, and probably the older you get, the more you'll realize this, but just if you absorb something, please take this in. Please take this in. What eBay has always been for me, once I figured it out, once I got home and the bank account that was dwindling down to nothing, we kind of made a little bit of money one month. And as I turned that up and became more and more comfortable, eBay has always been and will always be the biggest security blanket in my life, okay? And some of you guys aren't there yet, or some of you girls aren't there yet. Here's the thing. There is nothing that you're going to experience 99% of the time from now to the rest of your life, or from your past till now, that's going to put you in a security type information by a security type situation by understanding this system in front of you. There's not going to be another company out there with their shake or their bake or their cookie or their banana or their vitamin or their diet or their hair pill. There's not going to be anything out there that you're going to be able to say, you know what, I can fall back on that. Okay, I'm just going to go work my job for a little bit, but you know what, if I get fired, I can go back and fall right back on that shake in hotel meetings. No, you can't. There's nothing, or hey, if I lose my job, no big deal. I'm just going to go learn ClickBank. You know, you can't do that. Most people don't have the skill set for that, all right? So this is an incredible security blanket for you for the rest of your future. So while you can't rely on other companies, you can't rely on other plan Bs, you can't rely on the stock market, you certainly can't rely on the government, here's something that if you can make a penny today, and you can duplicate that, and the companies don't ever disappear, eBay, Amazon, other companies, billion-dollar companies, then all you can do is continue to win and continue to grow and continue to build that security blanket and continue to make more money and continue to secure your future in an incredibly volatile world. And this is the product that we brought to market, and we're going to groom it, and we're going to refine it, and we're going to make it better, and we're going to make it more streamlined. Hitesh is going to go over some of the updates with you. I'm going to go over some of my updates with you. And for that right now, I'm going to bring this product over to Mr. Hitesh.
Wait, thank you very much, sir. Well, guys, let me go ahead and walk you guys through what's planned for November, what's coming, and hopefully it'll get most of you guys jazzed up. That's actually one of my, this shows you that I have come a long way in the network marketing side because I know terms like jazzed up. Now, this is going to get you jazzed up. Okay, so here's what we have coming up in November. Okay, these are all the product side updates, all the Ds Domination side updates. Now, as you all know that the shopping season is coming up for the holidays, it's going to be massive for eBay, Amazon, and all the different marketplaces that we have in Ds Domination already. So for that, I'm going to start from the bottom up. We'll be holding a special holiday shopping training webinar. Okay, this webinar will be done by Roger, and I can be on there and make jokes in the middle or something like that. But that's you're going to learn exactly what to do in the holiday season to get even more sales, to do a lot more stuff going with that. We're going to have a massive cashback system that we are going to be releasing very soon. Some of you guys got a sneak preview of that on the Elite webinar on Wednesday. You guys will be able to actually get a lot more money back for each sale that you're making. So for example, you're currently currently drop shipping products and you're making a profit margin of $20 or $30, or let's just say 15% or 20%. Well, when you're going to be using this whole cashback thing with it, you'll actually automatically boost your profit margins to a whole lot more. Basically add, in some cases, as much as an extra 14% to your profit margin just by doing nothing different, just by using some of the things that we're going to show you with this. Okay. Then we have the affiliate leaderboards and contests that we are releasing, where basically if you guys are affiliates and you're going to be going all out with the affiliate side of things, you're going to be on the leaderboard, you can get some notoriety for that, and we're going to have some awesome rewards and contests to go with it, including things like an all-terrain vehicle or a four-wheeler ATV or a bike, or all sorts of awesome stuff like that. We will be launching a beta test for DST product sourcing, which includes our own Ds Domination product side, where you guys will be able to purchase products internally instead of going out and finding places to source from. You'll be actually able to get the cheapest price products internally, so you can actually make even more on your drop shipping. As you can see, we actually have the tests up, we actually have the site up, we actually have quite a few things going with this already. So we are quite a ways ahead of schedule with this, but we will definitely have this in place for the beta test at the very least within November. We're also going to be launching our weekly affiliate training. So just like we have a weekly pro training and a weekly elite training, we're going to be starting with a weekly affiliate side training as well. And that's, again, this is completely free. This is just an added bonus for you guys, just to help you guys get ahead even more. And instead of, we're not going to do a hangout where I'm sitting there and I'm rambling and you guys are watching me just like talk for 2 hours. We're actually going to show you and give you guys specific case studies. We're going to give you actual campaigns that you can just take and you can scale up yourself. It'll literally be the same vein of things that we've done so far, which is copy-paste things and get results. Okay? So just like everything we have with Pro and Elite, we're going to do the copy-paste and get results with the affiliate side of things as well. We will also be launching the beta test for the auto lister for Pro and Elite. Now, the auto lister is basically a program that will allow you to automatically make listings on eBay if you're in Pro, or on the other marketplace if you're in Elite. And this will actually create your listing for you. It'll put in a nice, pretty design for you. It'll actually make sure that it's all spaced out and the formatting is correct on it. In addition to that, you will actually be able to do some very advanced, fun stuff in here, which I can't give you all the details of. But basically what's going to do is, for example, it's going to automatically update your listing every 3 or 4 days so that it actually stays up in eBay much higher than everybody else. And some of you guys have seen in training when Roger talks about it. I can't give you all the details because we're going to test it out in detail before we actually make any of the details public about it. But this will basically allow you to have some automated updating systems built in, so you guys never have to touch your listings, and they will automatically keep changing a little bit here and there, which will allow eBay to look at them as being very fresh, as being brand new, or being actively monitored, which will put them up higher, and you'll make even more sales in Pro and Elite. And of course, they come with their own title builders and stuff like that, which you already have. And then finally, we have price and stock trackers coming out, which will allow you to track the prices of different things, of different items that you are going to be drop shipping, as well as monitor the stock of different products that you'll be drop shipping. So you'll never have a situation where you are selling something and then you suddenly realize that this product is no longer available for sale, or the price has gone up on it, or something like that, which already happens very rarely, technically speaking. But we don't like dealing in, oh, it happens rarely, so, it's okay. We're more like, okay, it happens rarely, but let's fix the rare problem as well. So that's what's coming up in November alone. Now, after that, there are a couple of things that we are doing that should tease you a little bit more. First of all, we are going to be launching, coming in 2014, we're actually working on this right now. Some of you might have gotten a little bit of sneak preview of this with Roger as well. But we are going to be launching basically what we are going to call the Ds Domination global economy. Basically, we are working in some connections where you will have mass-produced U.S. manufactured products that will be shipped globally, and they will only be available to DS Domination members. So you guys will be able to basically go out to the world, and you will be able to get access to very unique products at the lowest prices. Okay, so again, this will just take everything else to a whole new level. If you guys think that you're having fun right now, it's going to just go way beyond that. And then, of course, we will have the first DS Domination live event, and there will be a special surprise that we will have there as well, which we're not going to reveal yet because we would like to hold on to at least some surprises that we can show you guys down the road. But that's all that is planned just on our product and affiliate side of things. There are a couple more things that we are also doing. First of all, the long wait on the lead side is over. If you guys were waiting for the lead co-ops and things like that, we've already started taking them live. And I was just running some tests before we got on this call with that. All of that is going well now. For some of you, you guys are going to get a special email from us where we're going to ask you for a little bit more information so we can run your campaigns properly. You guys don't do anything about it yet. You'll just get an email from us automatically if you are one of those people who needs it. So basically, you can sit back on the affiliate side with the lead generation as well. Let me just make a note of that here as well. Lead generation. And then just let me go ahead and point out one thing, because we have a lot of people in the question box asking, so how do we become an affiliate again? What do we do with the affiliate, and so on and so forth? It's very easy for you guys to activate any part of DS Domination that you want to activate, okay? All you guys have to do is just log into your members area, okay? And go up here, and whatever is inactive, you'll see affiliate status as inactive. Just click on the inactive. It'll say right here, click here to activate. You can activate, and you will become an affiliate. Okay, so that's how easy that is. And I just saw Willie said, I just made my first affiliate sale. That's awesome. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the affiliate side of things as well, because as up until this point, we really haven't talked a whole lot about it. And we're going to bring Kevin in. He's going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to hand it off to Roger as well. He's going to give you some of his own updates, and he has a way with words that I don't possess. He has more the country grammatically incorrect. He's like the grammatically incorrect wordsmith in the DS Domination company. So we're going to hand it off to him. He'll be able to talk with you guys about some of the other updates coming out. And then Kevin is going to talk about the affiliate side of things, all that's going on in there, the trainings that we have coming out shortly for that as well, and basically what you can do with that side on top of everything that's going on. Now, just a final thing before I hand this off to Roger or Kevin, whoever wants to jump in. You guys might have noticed in the email that we sent out, I said something to the effect of the 2.7 million. I quoted that figure. I mentioned that figure. $2.7 million is actually our conservative estimate, okay? And I say conservative because if you actually look at the numbers that we've done so far, if you add those up, it already goes far beyond that. But we like being conservative in our approach when we quote numbers and things like that. $2.7 million is actually what DS Domination members have so far done in drop shipping alone, not in commissions on affiliate side. Okay, we're not talking about look how much money we made as a company. We're talking about $2.7 million, what our members have done just on the product side in the last roughly 50 days. Okay, so in the last 50 days alone, we've had roughly $2.7 million done by our members on the product side without recruiting anyone, without referring anyone, without getting people to buy stuff, without selling them on coffee, without selling them on vitamins, without selling them on any of that stuff. In fact, if they found somebody, if they had a family member who kind of needed some help with their vitamins or something, they were basically able to buy them the vitamins instead of saying, hey, you should join my company and then you can buy your own vitamins, which really isn't really much. So with all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and hand this off to Kevin. And just to clarify the $2.7 million figure, this does not include affiliate commissions. This does not include product sales on DS Domination side. This is simply our conservative estimate based on the numbers we do have access to of how many sales our DS Domination members have done just on the drop shipping side of things, just using Pro and Elite, not by referring other people and so on. Okay, so here you go, Kevin. If you want to go ahead and talk a little bit about the affiliate side and how awesomely awesome that side is and how well that's doing for everyone, and the same approach that we have with our product side, how we have the same approach just on the affiliate side as well. So here you go, Kevin. Go ahead.
Awesome. All right, I just want to make sure you guys can see the right screen this time. So let me know if you see the DS Domination logo again. All right, cool. All right, so awesome stuff. I mean, those figures are amazing to me. 2.7 million in sales. And guys, that's crazy to me from people just using the product. Like I said before, Hitesh, took that back over. This is the only company where people can make money selling the product. You can't do that with your juice product. You can't do that with your shake. You can't do that with your digital download. It doesn't matter what the network marketing company is. You cannot do that. That is not happening anywhere outside of this company. And I want to talk about the affiliate side of things, and I want to talk about the compensation plan just to kind of touch on it and show you something, because we kind of coined a new phrase in here. And this is, for right now, I'm going to step back, and I'm speaking as Kevin the marketer, not Kevin the owner, okay? So I want to clarify that. Kevin the marketer looks at the compensation plan, and you can see this right here, guys. Okay, level 1, if you were to refer somebody to DS Domination, you'd make 50% of anything that they purchased. On your level 2, 10, on your level 3, 5, on your level 4, and so on and so forth. You can see the numbers here. Okay, this all adds up to 75%. But I want to be clear on something. In every network marketing company that I've ever been involved in, and I've always looked at the compensation plan as it's just a bunch of numbers. Okay, every company does a compensation plan, and they have a bunch of numbers on there. So much money comes into the company, and so much money goes out to the affiliates. Does that make sense, guys? So it's numbers, and that doesn't make us the shining light in the sky. What I think makes us the shining light in the sky is not only do we give out 75% commissions to our members, which is higher than any other network marketing company out there, even the ones that claim 100%, you'll see the breakage in them. But not only do we do that, but I also like to look at it as you guys get to make 100% commissions when you use the product. And when I say that, I mean when you go over to Amazon and you source an item, okay, you go sell a DVD set, and you list that DVD set on eBay, and it sells, the money that comes into your PayPal account is 100% yours. Nobody gets a cut of that, guys. No one gets a cut of that money. It's 100% yours. So when I go Google 100% commissions, and I see all these programs out here that are really in our industry trying their hardest to make their program 100% commissions. When I see that, it makes me laugh, because if you were to Google 175% commissions, you're only going to see DS Domination. Some guys have run with that concept. Okay, again, this is Kevin the marketer talking. If I wanted to promote something, number one, what would I promote? I'd promote something that paid a lot to its members. Okay, I'd promote something that everyone can make money with, and so far there hasn't been that out there until DS Domination. And I'd also promote something that the average person would feel comfortable sharing with somebody. And let me talk about that real quick, because I've been in a lot of network marketing companies, and I always get hit with the same objection. And what's that objection? I don't have a warm market. I've failed at 20 things before, and my family won't even talk to me. You hear people coin the phrase the NFL club, the no friends left club. And a lot of marketing companies come out and they say, hey, you're not going to be in the no friends left club with us. We're going to teach you how to grow this online, which is insanely difficult to do unless you are what we call a guru, or you let somebody do that marketing for you, which we have here with DS Domination. So we've covered you with the online stuff. We can help you grow it online. You can just get in one of our co-op, and you can grow it online. But what really has me excited is that we're in a position now with DS Domination that when someone asks you where you got that new car from or why you were able to pay down your mortgage so quickly, you're not going to say, oh, I'm selling this juice or this beverage in Montevilla or Melaleuca or Mary Kay or whatever network marketing company that is, you can use the words Amazon and eBay and PayPal. And that resonates with people. Everybody has sold something on eBay, pretty much. You might have an aunt or an uncle that sells stuff on eBay from their garage, right? Oh, I'll just sell that on eBay. So they know that. It's in their mind. They trust it. So it's easier to grow this with your friends and family. And I'm not saying go recruit your grandma or any of that stuff. I'm just saying that if you're asked about this, there's no barrier. You don't get that look of, whoa, network marketing, oh, there's a stigmatism with it. But when you talk about Amazon, eBay, and PayPal, people know that stuff, guys. So DS Domination, while we have a really robust compensation plan, I don't know of any other network marketing company that pays as high as we do inside of the compensation plan. Even these so-called 100% commission companies, there's breakage in there where you actually pass that person straight up and you lose commissions on those people. And if you do the math on them, they don't even come out to 75%. And I've been in companies where I refer one person and I don't get 50%, I get like 12%. And that is ridiculous to us. That was ridiculous to us. So when we built this comp plan, we built it around if somebody refers somebody, they should really make money. They should make a good amount of money. But besides that, we made sure that we had the only product out there on the internet, the only product that you could make money with the product. You can't do it with your juices. You can't do it with your pills. You can't do it with your blogs. You can't just having that product and following that make money with it. Does that make sense to you guys? Hop in the chat and let me know. For you marketers that are out there that have been involved in network marketing, hop in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See, this is what I love. I'm getting a lot of right-ons and hell yeses and all kinds of stuff in here because you guys have been through this. And I can't even scroll fast enough to get through this. You guys are awesome. It's just totally amazing to me that this concept, one, could even be started, and two, you guys have ran with it. Our affiliates that are in here, our leaders that are in here, our family members that are in here in DS Domination, because for those of you who aren't on the inside of DS, you might not know, but those of you who are inside of DS, you know that we're one big family in here. Am I right? Can I get that in the chat, guys? So we're really one big family here in DS Domination. We take care of each other, and we have the only product that you can actually make money with. So never referring anybody, never joining that 90% failure rate, never having that person come in and go, okay, we got to talk to your grandma, we got to talk to your mom, we got to get you making a list of your friends and family. All right, we're going to run you through these memory jogger techniques and get you making money. We don't do any of that crap. Why? Because the first thing we tell people do, even if they don't have money, go do a cash out offer. Go make some money right now. Go make some money in the next 15 minutes, in the next 20 minutes. And then make sure you got pro. And once you learn that and you make some money with it, and you're ready to make even more money, go ahead and get Elite. And when you get even more money with that, go ahead and get Monopoly or Marketing Extreme, become an affiliate. So it's an evolution. While all of our products are standalone products, the difference is somebody could literally come in here and in 15 minutes go make money. Now, one more thing I want to say before I turn this back over to Roger is that in every network marketing company that I've been involved in, and I want to hear this in the chat, guys, for those of you guys who have been in this situation, you sign somebody up. You're an affiliate of a company X, Y, or Z. You sign somebody up. It took you 3 months to get this one person. And you're thinking, man, I'm on my way. We got this. This is awesome. We got somebody in the company. I recruited somebody. And you made $20. And that $20 felt good because it was your first $20, right? So the next question is, what do you tell that person to do? Do you tell them, hey, it took me 3 months to find you? Go through all that pain that I just went through? Go ahead and try all these marketing strategies. They're gonna fail. It cost me $700 on trying to learn marketing to get you to sign up, and here we are. It took me 75 hours of three-way calls to get you here. Do you really want to tell them to go do all that again? Do you want to put them through all the pain you went through to get them into the company? You don't want to do that. That's craziness. Why would you want to inflict that pain upon somebody? With DS Domination, here's what our members say. So you're talking to someone who doesn't have a lot of money, say, hey, look, join. Go do a cash out offer. In the next 15 minutes, you're going to make money. In the next 15 minutes, if you go in Ds Domination, do a cash out offer, you're going to make money. It's going to go into your approved balance. You're going to be able to pull it out. You'll have made money in the next 15 minutes. Okay, then what? Then go get Pro, start listing on eBay, and if you do Pro tonight, by tomorrow morning, you'll probably have some money in your PayPal account. If you got some time, if you got a couple hours, go do Pro, you got money in your PayPal account. What? Is that not such a totally different conversation than, hey, how do I get started? Well, first thing we got to do is make a list of your friends, your family, your mom, your dentist, your uncle. Dentists are great because they have clients. Okay, this is ridiculous to us. We've done these things. But looking back, it's ridiculous to do that. You're going to put somebody through all that pain. Why not just cut all that out of there and say, hey, go do a cash out offer, get Pro, and start making money. Once you start making some money, go ahead and become an affiliate. Well, when do I get Elite? When you can. We're not telling you go get Elite right now, go get it. You have to get. We don't push people. We're saying first contact with somebody. Doesn't know if this is going to work for them or not. You get in, they go to a cash out offer, they've made money. It works for them. It worked. They're not going anywhere. They're going to end up going through getting Pro, getting Elite, getting Unleashed, getting Monopoly, and when they get Monopoly, that's when it gets really silly. Their bank account just goes crazy, right? For those of you who are in Monopoly, you know that much. You know that this is crazy once you guys start getting in all this training, the amount of money you can make, the potential you can make just exponentially grows. But you don't have to put people through pain and suffering with some crazy network marketing company out there on your juice or on a pill or even on any kind of product that's not going to make them money, that's going to put them through months of pain to find one person only to be let down 2 months later because they still are paying more to the company than they made in their network marketing company. That, my friends, is the difference between DS. So I'm going to get off my rant. I love you guys. I want to turn this back over to Roger and let him walk you through some more. We got some more things to go over with you guys, and we're really excited to have you here. But I hope you can see that this is the difference. It's a totally different scenario than what you've seen out there. And by the way, Bruce, 14 years in the Army, my friend. You're awesome. You're awesome. All right, guys, I'm turning this back over to you guys. Roger?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Incredible insight, and it's really hard to bottle up what we have here. It's like, your first time you're looking out, and this is a terrible analogy because we're not this galactic, but you're looking out at the stars, and you're trying to describe, and you're like sparkly things in the sky, and you're trying to encompass what we have in place here. I got, just the numbers are just mind-boggling, okay? And what I want to show you, you guys should be looking right now at our webinar schedule. And I want to use this for a couple different reasons to show you, one, what's coming up in case you guys don't know, in case you're new or you haven't plugged into them yet. But this training on here, which we got to get this relabeled, guys, it says 9 to 9, Wednesday, we're going to have training, all right, from 8 to 9 on pros, okay? And then we're going to have training for Elite, all right? And this is the people that have registered already, all right? And this is the people that have registered already. This is the webinar coming up on Tuesday, okay? I was putting some screenshots on Facebook. But this is the call that you're on right now, okay? So we sent out notification of this early this morning on a Sunday during football season, and 892 people. This shows 892 because I hopped on the call about 10 minutes early. So go ahead in the chat and you tell me, out of 892 people on a Sunday, how many people do you think showed up? Go ahead and put that number there. 892, how many do you think showed up? 800. 892. I knew a lot of people would say that. Guys, when you do a webinar, you're looking at 20, 30, maybe 40% show up. 800, 500, 240, 300, 260. Well, Kevin was talking. This is just us breaking the numbers barrier again. I went ahead and grabbed a screenshot of Kevin's screen. And you can see it up here, 894 people, and 3 of us, those are myself, Tesh, and Kevin, so 891 guests. Just like we shattered the 83% making money versus other companies, 5% or whatever it is, just like we took 27% retention rate and put in the 90th percentile, our webinars are operating at nearly 100%. That is unfathomable. Okay, that's just unbelievable, and I had to grab the screenshot to do it. Now, I touched on this earlier, and I get the distinct pleasure of being able to get to talk to a lot of people and follow them on Facebook and in the groups and stuff like that. I get the time, I get that luxury, and you know, as the stories roll out, when you start doing pretty well and you can start looking at changing other people's lives, they become very moving, and they become your motivation and what you wake up to and what we share in Skype. Okay, when the work's all done, this is our cup of coffee or our cherry pie or whatever it is. This is a gentleman named Tom, and Tom wrote a very eloquent message here, but I just grabbed a really quick one for this time. He's over in Afghanistan, okay, looking to come home. He's now actually home, making money on eBay while he's in Afghanistan, okay, changing his life, all right, and he's doing incredibly successful and just super proud to be working with him. And as I go through here, I want to thank you for your time, advise on the pointers. And I'm not sure who this is, but I'll tell you, when you're in the help desk or when you're reaching out to me or you're looking for help or raising your hand, I don't care if you've brought in 10,000 people, and I don't care if you're the brand new person that can't figure out a video, okay? You get the answer, all right? And these are the people that we're focusing on. And these are the stories that I get to see, and people, I've made $400 worth of sales. It's just marvelous to me. You know, people that have never succeeded, and I could bring these up. Roger, this is just 6, and yesterday I sold these 5 items. House payment made. Anybody lose their home on this call? You know, it took $300 to $400 to save people's homes, to avoid the housing crisis. What if this was in existence nationwide? This is our good friend. You may have heard about him. Charlie, 15 years old, working with his mom, putting money away for college. I scratched out a lot of this. We started these particular items. I didn't want to list them at $37.50. We've run up to $47.50. They're using Bonanza, which is in the elite training, and doing extremely well. Last time I looked, they're up to $6,000, $7,000 in sales. This one says, "Hey, Roger, just want to say you're a genius." I think they meant to put a test there, but they put me by mistake. The UK, we're just absolutely rocking the UK. When the UK first came on board, we didn't have enough content for them, but we're rolling out more and more and more, and we're opening up the world more and more. You can do it worldwide already. We're just making that easier. And as major marketers start to roll over to the company, I'm just grabbing Facebook shots, get on the DS3 training if you haven't, Roger Landry, Magical, everything else, and just story after story. First, let me say I'm awestruck. The company, please let me know if I'm on the right track. And I could just go through a few more of these guys. Awesome webinar, Roger. This system is awesome. I just actually made another $70 net profit. Roger, I remember when your program was $2,000. I couldn't afford it. I had to pass, but now I'm an elite, learning much. Sold 10 items as a pro, and I've been bedridden for 10 years. That's a question we got on a webinar, and I asked the test to grab a screenshot of it, and that's just, you know, that's not talking about calling your friends and family and having a party and go recruit 1 million people. That's life. All in now, 3 more sales. I'm watching the training on Elite. Can't wait for Unleash Monopoly stuff. I was on Pro tonight. As soon as I heard your voice, I immediately felt encouraged. Then you go to way beyond the encouragement, real hope. My question is, where the heck did the last 15, 20 years go? Or where were you the last 15, 20 years? Ignore that question. God bless. You know, I joined DSD October 2nd. Money, money, money. Simply marvelous. You know, just want to congratulate you. This one. I'm a little confused right now. Let me go back here really quick because I want to bring this out. I joined DS October 2nd. I now have a nice variety of items. I've been on the webinars to post a chat for some reason. I just want to thank you for the great videos and training. And these are the stories that we get to enjoy, and I could take up the whole webinar with them. But this is the reality, and this is what we're seeing across the board with the product. And Kevin talked about, and Tesh talked about everybody winning in here. And you know, as we move forward and we think about the future, on my mind are a couple different things. On my mind is absolutely China, physical product, as Hitesh was talking to, worldwide expansion. And I was on a call, if you didn't see it on Facebook, with 5 gentlemen. They're programmer, programs for the stock exchange. Their CEO is a gentleman that was actually in China during the call that's bringing 50 million products over to the U.S. The facilities are all done. There's already millions of products there. They want to work with our sales force, with you, exclusively, okay? And we're just driving the price down for you guys. When we first learned of their interest in working with us, their liaison was kind of selling us to them. And when we got on the call, we just said, you know, we'll go to China ourselves. We already have the contacts. We already have sourcing. We already have sites. These guys in Ds Domination are selling stuff like crazy and putting it out to eBay and Google and Amazon. So we, sorry to say this, we don't really need you, but we would love to work with you. And then they started making considerations and different cuts, and we put like an ABC plan that had to be in place for us to work with them. And we're happy to say that's in place, and that'll be rolling out next quarter. Which, where does that take us? Unlimited products. We've always talked about now that. Now, we're getting rock bottom lowest prices on planet Earth with this launch, with this company that we'll be naming very shortly. My future also involves uploading different videos and different content for different areas of the world, enhancing different things. There's so much to eBay that I haven't rolled out, not to hold it back for you guys, but just for, I got a little noise in the background, guys, but just for time-wise and different things. I mean, did you know, for example, that eBay does not always display your listing? Did you know that? You guys actually on eBay, you'll have some sort of time graph that shows you when people are looking at your listings and viewing your listings, but the agreement on eBay now, and this rolled out recently, is that your listings don't always show. Now, it doesn't make a difference because you guys are selling a lot of stuff, but what if your listings always did show compared to everybody else? And we're going to be loading up something that will make that possible where nobody else has it, and already with the title optimizer, you guys are going to the top of eBay, but there is just so much more to roll out. I'll be putting a special section in the back office just for affiliates, because here's what we believe in. Those that are sponsoring and those that are recruiting, I hate that word, but those that are sharing the opportunity, the business part of it with others, we want to make sure that you're educated enough to sponsor someone, that you understand that when you're bringing someone into the business, you're their sponsor. You're their person that you said, you know what, if you get in here, I will help you. I will train you. And when the affiliate section, we're going to put a special section back there for affiliates only with all kinds of different training that you can give and how you share and how you reach and how you contact people, how you get them into the group. Exclusive knowledge on building the eBay business, little idiosyncrasies that's going to help you train others beyond the videos. And that's what I have coming rolling out. Guys, I'm so excited for this call. I'm not going to end it yet, but I'm going to throw it over to Tesh. And Tesh is going to talk to you a little bit more about what you can look forward to, a little bit more about the power of becoming an affiliate, what it means to become an affiliate, because we kind of let you down there. Well, we didn't want to overstep any boundaries and say, go recruit, go recruit, go recruit. We have people who don't even know what an affiliate is. And they don't realize that becoming an affiliate, they can make money just by sharing Ds Domination. And if they do realize that, they don't understand that to make that money, they just put up a Facebook post or a Twitter feed or an ad on Craigslist or send out an email or raise their hand or drive a shinier car or take an extra vacation or go out to dinner a little more often or just celebrate life, and it'll just show through and people will ask you. So we failed you a little bit there. And Tess is going to talk to you guys about how to become an affiliate a little bit more, show it to you in the back office again, and show you any updates that we have coming out that we haven't talked about. Back to you. Hey, Tess.
Thank you very much, Roger. It's really fun being on these webinars, even for me, because I get to talk to Roger all the time. I get to talk to Kevin all the time. But when I hear them talking about Ds Domination, they're a lot more fun and exciting than they are usually. And it's just fun listening to them talk about it. So I'm sure it's kind of the same the other way around too. But we're going to do something very stereotypical at first. We're going to have the Indian guy on the call talk a little bit about math. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to talk about this. This is one of the things that we've never talked about before on our calls because we've always de-emphasized the affiliate side of things. But I want to talk really briefly about why a Ds Domination affiliate side is so much more better. And we're not going to talk about, oh, you can make 75% commissions or it's this or it's that. I'm actually going to talk about a few networking mathematical facts. Okay, I really want you guys to pay attention and understand what I'm saying here. When it comes to network marketing, the whole idea, the dream that everybody's sold on is making passive income, right? That's what everybody in the world wants, that I can make an income without having to work for it all the time, right? Here's what happens, though. The only way to get that is to make sure that you have a high retention rate in the company. That's one. And make sure that there are residual products in the company. That's two. Okay, if you have minimum of those two things, then you can at least hope to do that. And if you have leverage built in, then it's really good. But let's talk about retention really quick. Because if you don't have a high retention rate, that means you bring somebody into the company and next month they're gone. If you bring 10 people in, the next month 8 of them quit. That's the standard story with network marketing. Within the first 3 months, 84% of people in a network marketing company will quit. That means you're back to square one every 3 months. Okay, that sounds quite a bit like a job. It actually sounds a little worse than a job because at least in a job you have some idea of predictability. You know what you're going to make for that amount of work. In these kind of scenarios, you don't. Okay, so again, I'm just being very honest about it. But let me explain to you why Ds Domination is so different in that regard. Okay, now this is the simple fact that if the green dollar is greater than the red dollars, then a customer will stay in a company. Okay, here's what that means. If I said, hey, stick around in Ds Domination, there's only going to be one simple thing you're going to look at. You're not going to say, oh, we're going to stay around because Roger is awesome or because Hitesh is funny or whatever. You're not going to stay around because of that. You're not going to stay around because we have great webinars. You're going to say, am I making more money staying in Ds Domination than I would if I wasn't a part of it? And that's what will define your decision making. Okay, that's how basically people decide that. So the concept here is that if a customer comes in, let's talk about this guy, okay, or let's talk about this guy. If the green dollars, the money that he's making in the company is greater than the red dollar, which is the money he's spending in the company, if the green dollar is greater than red dollars, then he will stay in the company, okay? And retention is directly proportional to customers' profitability. So if you have customers who are making money, whose green dollar is greater than red dollars, then they will stay in the company. And the long-term affiliate income is directly proportional to retention because you don't have to keep going back and recruit new people over and over and trying to run these online marketing campaigns or trying to run these sales campaigns or trying to get these people to then refer other people, so on and so forth. You guys don't have to do that stuff, okay? So the basic concept, the thing that I'm talking about here is mathematically speaking, this is what you're looking for. You are looking for a long-term income. You need to understand that your long-term income is directly dependent on retention, and the same way that retention is directly dependent on customer profitability. Now we go all the way back to the very first step, which is when you are going to build a company, the only company you should build or the only product you should recommend is where the average person will find some profitability. That's the only company you should ever refer them to. Not a company where you're going to make money because they join, but a company where they're going to make money. Because if they make money, then they will stick around, which means high retention. That means you will make more money. This is the side effect of just doing the right thing. That's the whole idea. It's like the beautiful unintended consequence. You guys know about how many policy decisions are made by the government and there are all these unintended consequences that are really bad. The same way there are sometimes unintended consequences that are really good. So this is one of those unintended consequences of our affiliate program, that when you are an affiliate of Ds Domination and you are doing the Ds Domination thing, you're using Pro or Elite and you're making some income and you go and put on Facebook, hey, I just sold my griddle on eBay or I just sold my griddle using Ds Domination in Elite or whatever, you're going to start getting all these people who are very interested in that. And you know why they're interested? Because you're not posting on there, this is awesome, my company is so great, I'm going to one day be free because of this. That's not what you're posting. You're not posting something unfortunately, I'll just say it. You're not posting something hokey. You're not making a promise that you cannot predict or things like that. All you're talking about is, here is the reality. I just made this by using Ds Domination. I just sold a griddle on eBay using Ds Domination. And you're going to find a lot of growth happens like that. That's actually how a lot of our growth has been driven so far, from people, the average people sharing those results. Okay, so go ahead and keep that in mind as I walk through this process of what I believe you should do as an affiliate if you're somebody who wants to get going on the affiliate side of things. First of all, use the product. Use the Pro, use Elite, make some sales, understand the concept. And like Roger said, we're going to put a special video out just for affiliates to kind of fast track you through it so you can understand all the ins and outs of what you will be teaching or what Ds Domination is about, so you can share that with the people under you. Okay, that's one. So let me make a list over here. One, understand DSD. Let me make this darker so you guys can see it better. Understand Ds Domination. That's one. Okay, second, keep in touch with people who join. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can do that. Three, and this is really important, be real. Okay, stop making promises. Okay, don't just make promises, show them the reality. I think most of you will agree that this webinar is very different from a usual company webinar, right? We are not sitting here telling you how, yeah, Roger grew up really poor, but look at how much money he makes now, or Hitesh grew up near the slums in India, now look at how much money he makes, because all those kind of emotional attempts to try and get you guys to buy something or to like us, they're not the right way to go about it, because what we want to focus on is the reality of these things and how this affects you in the real world. Not, oh, someday you're going to be a multimillionaire because Roger is one, or Hitesh is one, or Kevin is independently wealthy since he was born, or whatever. So that's not what we're going to talk about. We're just talking about the reality. So be real in your promotions as well. Don't make unnecessary promises. And four, and this is the most important thing, encourage your referrals to take action. Make sure that they're actually following the training and doing stuff with it. Okay, so remember this figure that I gave you guys: 83% of users in their first 30 days were in profits. Okay, these are not people who dropped out. The remaining 17% aren't people who just quit. That just means that they probably weren't profitable in the first 30 days. Maybe it took them day 32 to be profitable. Or maybe some of them just didn't want to take action. We all know that there's a segment of population that will never take action. That's just the way it is. And that's all right. That's why our retention rate is more than 90%. Because even out of these people, there were some who said, you know, I didn't make money yet, but I know that I'm about to. So they stuck around, and that's why our retention rate is so high. So these should be the criteria in your mind when you're promoting something or when you're looking to join a company. I know many of you guys on this call, you're involved in multiple network marketing companies. This is not at all me saying you should quit everything else because everything else is unethical. This is me saying, well, everything else is kind of unethical if you're bringing people in on the promise that they will be making a lot of money just by coming in, because mathematically they're not. Okay, that's just me saying, if you want to make a lot of money in the long run, being an affiliate, not selling on eBay, this is it. Okay, so having said that, having clarified that, having told you about all the awesome stuff that's coming up in November here, and all of the awesome stuff that's coming out after that as well, here's what you should expect in the next few days, and here are the steps that you should take in the next hour or so. Okay, first of all, if you're not an affiliate and you want to become an affiliate and you don't understand what being an affiliate is about, okay, go to your members area and click on the affiliate status where it says inactive, click on the activate, and you can go ahead and watch a detailed video that will explain the affiliate side of things. You will understand exactly how it works, and once you are ready for it, go ahead and activate, become an affiliate. Okay, go ahead and share your successes on Facebook, or share it with whatever your social media is that you use right now, or if you have online marketing campaigns that you do, share your actual results, not promises of, I'm going to show you how to buy this Lamborghini in the next 16 months. No, show your actual results, share your actual experiences, share webinars like this one, okay, actual stuff, real stuff. That's the first thing you should consider doing, okay. Second, if you have not done so yet, okay, start using DSD. I don't know why you wouldn't, because you're just missing out on an awesome income on the side, but start using DSD if you haven't yet. Make sure that you're actually using Pro and Elite. Make sure that you're actually walking through the process. Okay, and if you're doing well with Pro and you're curious about Elite, don't be curious. Go ahead and get Elite. Start going through it. Start increasing your profits using that. Okay? Now, here's what you should expect from us. That's really the only two things you guys need to do right now. Here's what you should expect from us. One, some of you will get emails from us letting you know about the status of lead generation that we are doing on your behalf, and we're going to give you a form to fill out, and make sure that you watch for that email, okay? Because we need you to fill out that form for that lead generation to go well. So some of you, not all of you, some of you will get that. For those of you who are really interested in the affiliate side and the marketing side, and you are new at it, or you just have questions about it, or you want to understand it a little bit better, okay? We are going to hold a training webinar. We're going to show you everything about lead generation. We're going to show you all the campaigns that are going out right now. We're going to show you all the results from that stuff. We're going to give you actually those campaigns so you can just copy paste them over. You can use them yourselves. We're going to hold a webinar next Friday, okay? On the coming Friday, we're going to hold an affiliate and marketing webinar. We're going to show you all of that stuff in there. We're going to show you all the stuff we have built in for lead generation. You guys can start using that stuff if you're interested in that. If you want to build your own campaigns, we'll show you how to do that. And we'll also give you some successful duplicable campaigns that are going out right now, which are not dependent on your luck. It's all dependent on you just taking action, just like Ds Domination as a whole. Okay? So watch for that webinar notification as well. So watch for a webinar notification from us, and watch for an email that some of you will get about your lead generation. This webinar will be held at 8 p.m. EST, Eastern Time. The same time, we hold all of our webinars at 8 p.m. Eastern, so that way everybody knows when they're going to happen. It's getting cluttered here, so we'll move it here. Let's change the color so you guys can see this a little better. Okay, so that's basically all there is that you need to expect, and basically all you need to do. It's very simple and very straightforward. There is nothing complex about it or nothing that you need to figure out about it. There's one thing I'm just going to walk through very quickly, which some people have asked about, which is what are the qualifications for us to make commissions as an affiliate? There are only two qualifications. Only two qualifications. There are no pass-up of sales and stuff like that. I actually personally believe that passing up of sales or passing up of people in an organization is very unethical, because it destroys warm markets. When you go out and you share on your Facebook that you're making a bunch of money, and you get your cousin to be interested in the company and they get passed up to somebody else, well, guess what? You just kind of messed up that relationship. So I don't find passing up of sales is good and things like that. So there are no pass up of sales or no passing up of people, no breaking of organizations, anything like that in here. There's simple two qualifications. One, you have to be an active affiliate, which is very simple. You just go in here, click on the affiliate status inactive, watch the video, and you'll be good to go. It'll explain. It costs only $9.95 per month to be an active affiliate. This covers all of your expenses for the cost of processing and stuff. We don't pass those costs on to you like other companies do. We don't pass on the costs of support or stuff like that to you guys either. And the only other condition is own the product you are promoting, which means if you're promoting Elite, then you will want to own Elite. Okay, there is a way to do that without owning the product, which is if you make 3 sales of a product, then you are exempt from this. Okay, so let's say that you guys own Elite and you refer somebody who purchases Elite, you get commission on that. But if you don't own Elite, somebody purchases Elite, you refer 2 more sales who also purchase Elite. From that point on, you will get commission on the future sales. The only reason we have this condition here is simply to avoid fraud, where people will sign up and create one account, then they will purchase a new account with that. Okay, that's all there is to it. It's not really that hard. So that's what we have going on. Kevin, Roger, do you guys want to fill in anything else? You want to give any more updates or give some words of wisdom?
We are really excited. We are really excited to meet everybody. So I don't know. I want you guys to kind of fill in the blank on this one. What happens in stays in. So if you can guess where that place is, then we look forward to meeting you there very soon. Yeah, Ian's got it. So we're looking forward to meeting you guys. We're really excited about someone put Orlando, Keith. We're really excited about meeting you guys and holding you know, a company event and meeting everybody. So you're going to see more of that coming down the pipelines because we are insanely excited. We want to meet everybody. We've talked to so many of you, and you guys have supported us. You've supported DS. We've helped you. It's been such a great relationship that we've had with our family here. So we want to meet you guys. We want to see you. So we're really looking forward to that. And I hope some of you are really excited. I can tell by the chat that you are. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Very, very awesome stuff we got coming out. And you'll be expecting some amazing things happening there.
Awesome, Kevin. I'll add on, Roger, here. Part of that flow about becoming an affiliate is that there's a huge, massive webinar tomorrow. So it'll be really easy for you to become an affiliate and post something on your wall, because then you'll have access to different links where you can promote it, and you'll be able to send people over to that webinar tomorrow to get them on there to start growing your affiliate-based business, your residual lifetime income. And I've always said, you know, eBay, we're not laying bricks, right? But, you know, you're still trading a little bit of time for money. It's an amazing program. It's amazing money for you. It's amazing side money. It's amazing full-time money. But still, you're trading time for money. And if you are an affiliate, then there's such a leap start lineup coming out where we have the webinars rolling out all week long with our Invite All Your Guests webinar tomorrow night, which you'll see that when you're an affiliate tomorrow. And I'll tell you, this event that is coming up, you start dreaming, and you start kind of fantasizing and thinking about what you're going to do there, and all the rollouts that we know are going to be coming out there, and you start envisioning the crowd and people there, and I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm thinking about other events that I've saw online or other events that I've gone to and other companies and stuff like that, and it's just like, how many people know somebody who knew someone that made some money somewhere with this company? Hey, me, I know someone. And I'd love to just walk on stage and just quietly say, has anybody made money with Ds Domination? Go ahead and stand up. And just watch the entire room kind of jump to their feet and just be kind of my blasé, dry humor type stuff, guys. You know, it's Sunday night. You guys all came out because you're interested in this company, and it's in your heart, it's in your blood, and we're going to take it, and we're just going to go further and faster and bigger and bolder and make sure everybody makes money. Everybody keeps going. Everybody shares the opportunity. Everybody's successful. Everybody's humble at the same time. But we want to change your lives if it hasn't changed already. Thank you so much, Kevin, for being on here, Tesh for being on here, the 1,000 comments we already gotten in here. And we're just going to keep going, guys, and we're just going to lead this company into the future and just keep going and building and building and building. I'm so proud to be a part of it, so proud to have everybody on here. Thank you, guys, for everything you do, whether you're an affiliate or you're just celebrating and winning and just being happy and changing your life. Congratulations to you for that. Thanks, guys. This call is officially over.